do white people adopt black children? It's a real question for me. Why do white people...
Over 20 years ago, my mom adopted me along with my dad. My mom is white and my dad's Puerto Rican. So a lot of times people would call us the Oreo family because none of us looked alike. Now, I will say this. Whenever I asked my mom the question as to why she adopted me, especially because I was black, she would make the statement of, I don't see color. Now, it took me a long time to understand what she meant by that. So she believed in her own eyes. Like, yes, she knew I was different. She knew my hair was different, my skin texture, well, my skin, and just cultural aspects of myself. But she also knew that she loved me and that regardless if I was white, black, Hispanic, purple, she just wanted a loving and healthy child. Now, I will say this, that the people who don't like me for my skin color mainly are white people. I grew up in an area where there was not a lot of black people, but it was a lot of white people. And so a lot of people had problems with me. But I will say this, the people who had an issue with me because I was adopted by a non-traditional family, i.e. not black parents, were black people. Black people starting from when I was an adult until now. So I've been an adult for 10, 15 years. A lot of black people have an issue that I wasn't raised in a traditional home. So a lot of them would make statements like, oh, you don't know this song. Oh, you didn't go through this. Oh, you didn't experience this with us, then you're not black. Your black card has been revoked. Why is it an issue that my parents, who are still together after 30 years, who have never been separated, raised me, adopted me, and put me through a good school and a good home, and that's the issue? All because I'm different. All because I'm different than you have an issue with me. I will say this though I wasn't raised in a black state, I was raised in Idaho. Yes, it was challenging, but my parents did the best that they could. They screened a lot of exposures to people who I was around. There were some white people who I was not allowed to be around because of how they treated me. Now, my parents did the best that they could. They went, every time there was this Scholastic book fair, they bought me books. Black books, starting since I was the age of 9. They had me watch movies, and one thing that they did teach me is don't let anyone treat you different because of the color of your skin. They've raised me with this mindset that I can do anything I want, whether I'm black, white, male, or female. I've had these books for over 10, 15 years, and so I've always referenced this, and this always reminds me that my parents genuinely do care about me and that they tried their hardest and that I was given to a good home. I don't know what my birth mom's intentions were as far as giving me to a white home, but I don't regret it in the slightest. They're still my parents. And also, with your statements as far as being treated different, you look like the type of person who will treat a black person different because of the home that they came from. And mind you, Michael Chandler was born in Missouri, and he also lives in Tennessee. So those are, from what I'm understanding, there's a lot of black people in that area. And I don't believe that him and his wife have this superiority complex where they adopted black children to make themselves feel better. They probably just wanted two healthy children regardless of their race, and they're not going to treat them different because they're black in a harmful or hurtful way. They will be treating their children in the best loving way. So I hope that gives you some insight, because I really do think that your mindset is warped, and it's sad that you focus so much on that. And I will also like to make a statement of, I don't see a lot of black people adopting white children.